When 36-year-old Samir Rana started hunting for his dream home, he thought, how hard could this be? Most would say that Samir is living the dream. He earns a cool 3 lakh rupees a month as a software developer in Gurgaon. He makes smart investments and he even drives a BMW. But despite all of this, lately he's been feeling rather inadequate financially. And that is because he recently realized that the 2 crore budget he had set for himself would not be enough to buy the house of his dreams. Maybe it would be in any other city, but definitely not in Delhi NCR. His requirements are simple. He wants a luxe home with a carpet area of about 2,000 square feet. It's been 3 months since he began house hunting and he has found nothing so far. Now, if Samir were looking for a house in any other posh locality of India's many metro cities, he would have been flooded with choices. But the real estate market of Delhi NCR is an anomaly. As you may have guessed by now, Samir is not alone. The Ken spoke to a bunch of potential home buyers who are looking to buy premium apartments like Samir with budgets of up to 2.5 crore rupees. But real estate experts are telling them to give up on their dreams. You see, the National Capital Region has been facing an acute supply crunch of new housing projects, especially in this mid premium segment. That, by the way, is a catch all term for houses that are priced between 80 lakh rupees and 2 crore, depending on the city. Delhi NCR has witnessed the sharpest fall in inventory in this segment in the last couple of years. And of course, the unfortunate byproduct of this shortage is that real estate prices have shot up far beyond the reach of most buyers. But the interesting thing is that the demand for housing has not gone down because of these sky high prices. People are still buying tens of thousands of these mid premium houses in and around Delhi. So, the obvious question then is, why aren't more residential housing units being built? Welcome to Daybreak, a business podcast from the Ken. I'm your host Nigdha Sharma, and I don't chase the news cycle. Instead, every day of the week, my colleague Rahil Philippos and I will come to you with one business story that is worth understanding and worth your time. Sharon Gupta and Samir Rana have a few things in common. They both work in software and they live in Delhi. But most importantly, they're both looking for the perfect 2,000 square feet apartment. And just like Samir, Sharon too has not had much luck. My colleague, the Ken reporter Ronak Kumar Gunjan, met him during his house hunt. They visited Kalpataru Vista, which is an under construction housing society in Noida. At first, it seemed to fit the bill. They were blown away by the temperature controlled indoor pool, the massive clubhouse, the greenery. But then Sharon saw one of the 4 BHKs on offer and it was far from what he had expected. The bedrooms were smaller than he had imagined, the balconies were larger than necessary, and the kitchen was cramped. The final nail in the coffin was the asking price, a whopping 5 crore rupees. That was 150% above his budget. The thing is, the area where he was looking, which is Noida's Sector 128, is not even a posh part of town. It is at least 30 kilometers away from central Delhi. The airport is an hour and a half away. Even the nearest metro station is 5 kilometers away. And yet, the builder was charging nearly 19,000 rupees per square foot. Sharan had seen enough. So he hopped back into his SUV and went to see another prospective apartment. This one was in Godrej Tropical Isle, which is a housing society in Noida's Sector 146. Here too, the price made Sharon's heart sink. The flat was even more expensive, 6 crore rupees for a 4 BHK with similar dimensions. You know, a report by Anarok found recently that nearly 62% of newly launched housing units in NCR cost more than 2.5 crore rupees. Compare that to cities like Bangalore and Pune, where less than 5% of new units cross that price range. It is the same story across mid-premium properties in Delhi. Ronak met another buyer, a man named Naman Malhotra. He was hit with a similar price tag at an under construction project by the builder Sobha in Gurgaon Sector 108. Naman was understandably frustrated by the whole experience and he had a simple question. What gave builders in Delhi the confidence to jack up prices like this? Stay tuned to find out. The thing is, buying a home in the national capital region is not for the faint hearted. And I'm not saying this just because of the real estate prices that we are seeing today. This has been going on for decades. Defaults from over leveraged builders, decade long delays, and in some extreme cases, you pay for a house that never gets built. The most high profile cases have involved known local builders like JP, Supertech, and Amrapali. They have seen tens of thousands of undelivered units. Just imagine all those people who must have invested lakhs and lakhs of rupees, some cases even crores of rupees, years ago, and their homes still have not seen the light of day. Now, in most major cities, 9 out of 10 projects are typically developed by local builders. But in Delhi, a lot of these local builders are now tied up in serious lawsuits. And as a result of this, the national capital's supply of new real estate, particularly in the mid premium segment, has fallen drastically. So, of course, this was an opportunity for outsiders to enter the picture. Builders like Kalpataru, Godrej, Sobha, and Tata have been taking on more and more projects in the national capital. And they're all from outside Delhi. But the thing is, with all the local builders out of the picture, there is a serious lack of competition, which means that these outside builders have a free pass to charge whatever they want, which is why real estate prices have more than doubled in the recent past. And prices are not going to come down anytime soon. At least that's what two senior officials at the Greater Noida Authority, which auctions lands to builders, had to say. Last month, the highest bidders for three land parcels in Greater Noida were the two non Delhi based brands Godrej and Shobha. This was a new record. It is the most expensive land ever sold across all auctions in Greater Noida. There's also another new player in town. A new generation of local builders have also entered the scene now. And like the outsiders, they are going all out with premiumization. More on that in the next segment. Remember Sharan? We spoke about how he was looking for a home in Noida a little while ago and how everything was out of budget for him. In fact, 2 to 3 times more than his budget. Well, even after a string of disappointments, he continued to hunt for his dream home. So, what happens when you bring 2 crore rupees to the Delhi NCR house hunt? After consulting with his broker friends and watching several YouTube videos, he was convinced that he had to avoid projects developed by non NCR builders. But this left him with only a handful of options, one of which was SKA Destiny 1. It is built by a relatively new local builder and is located right at the eastern edge of NCR. Like Sharon, a lot of middle class buyers are now seeking out lesser known developers. And in their search for affordability, they are quickly realizing that nothing is truly affordable. Ronak visited 4 more under construction projects in the area by local builders like Elite X, Spring Elmas, Irish Platinum, and Fusion the Brook. Most buyers there knew little about these builders' past projects or the possession status of older units. Their focus was simply to find a flat in the 1.5 to 2 crore rupees range. But these flats are not a lot cheaper than the ones constructed by outside builders. Although not as high as Godrej or Sobha, but there wasn't a single 4 BHK under 2 crore rupees. A 2000 square feet flat that cost 6 crore at Godrej now costs well over 2.5 crores with local developers. And they're all using the same language as these other big builders. Throwing around words like luxury, premium, laid back lifestyle, you get the drift. It is a trend here in India, and I'm sure you've seen it in your city as well. More so in NCR. One real estate agent told us that it is a great way for builders to ruthlessly jack up prices. Unfortunately, Sharon eventually decided to pause his hunt. Most real estate agents in the capital say that the prices will stay inflated. Houses are not going to get any cheaper. But if Delhi's elite are struggling to purchase their dream home, where does that leave everybody else?